Good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of Hightop Sports. This show is a special one. We always got Davis Waterquist with us, but a special squared guest today. 2026. He's my five-star quarterback, ladies and gentlemen. I don't care what the recruiting sites say. Will Griffin is joining the show, boys and girls. So sit back, relax, enjoy yourself. We've been chit-chat with him. Incredible family, incredible young man. It's going to be a good one. David Waterquist, and of course, Will Griffin, my man. Welcome to the show. Happy to have you. How we doing, man?
I'm doing great. Thank you guys for having me. I'm excited to, talk about a few things, hit a few points, and yeah.
Get after it, man. Look, we appreciate you hopping on. I know. I feel like high school kids, your schedules nowadays are redonkulous. They're not what they used to, especially for me when I was a high school kid. You guys are moving, and I love it. You guys are all over it, and for you to make this time, man, it means a lot. So we appreciate it, man. But look, let's dive into it. I want to talk about just how's high school going, wrapping up high school, and then of course we're headed into Gainesville going into next year. That's where we're committed so far. How's the last senior year of high school going, and what are we looking to study when we get into Florida?
Yeah, this offseason has been great. I think that this offseason I have that I've been doing and working on is probably my best one as far as my high school career goes. I'm, very committed. It's my senior year. I want to go out with a bang. I want to win a state title. I want to do all those things. I want to accomplish goals. And I'm excited to be at Florida. I'm excited to get up there and compete. I'm excited to learn. I'm excited to grow physically, mentally. I was actually up there yesterday with Coach O'Hara. I spent probably 2.5 hours with him and, in the film room, Trammell, DJ, there's some great guys, right? And learning from those people, I look up to them, right? I'll be in their shoes soon, and Trammell and DJ both, we talked about what I should do going into my senior year because they were in my shoes not too long ago. Trammell was in my shoes a couple months ago. So I think, we form a good bond. It's a family up there. Yeah, I'm excited.
We've been fortunate and blessed enough. I've interviewed DJ before he's prime time now, and we were able to interview Trammell Jones as well. All of you guys, and something that I would say that all three of you possess is just a very mature mindset, humble mindset. And again, I think you kind of are all on the same page of what it means to get to that next level. And I love hearing the fact that what's so cool is, again, you guys talking to all three of you and in the same kind of asset of where you're at in your career. I talked to all three of you. It's still in the high school a scheme of things, which it gets much faster when you move on. So your perspective changes of things, right? To hear the fact that they're giving you that insight, I mean, that is massive. I think that's what allows. Sometimes we may get a little ahead of ourselves, but for me, if I can, from not that I'm old, but a little wisdom, and what I try to always pass along is someone that's much older, right? And maybe it's 2 years, 3 years. What you can gather from them is massive, only because of just the experience alone.
Oh yeah.
And I love that you're already doing that. That's awesome. No, that's great stuff, man. Look, I do want to talk about the basketball really quickly, and then we'll get into the spring practice a little bit. We obviously know that March Madness is happening. This basketball team looking better than it's been in a long time.
Yeah.
I would hope your answer is correct here. Who we got in the Final Four for your bracket? And this is also an invitation. If you and Pops and the fam, we're doing a Hightop Sports bracket, free to enter. You guys are more than welcome to be involved. So that's just
it don't cost anything.
Thank you. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we beat the 2 number 1 seeds at one point, Auburn, Tennessee, right?
You are correct, sir.
I mean, I've been following them this whole entire season. I mean, we look like a completely different team from last year. I'm really excited. I make my bracket next week, but I think it's gonna be Florida, Auburn. I think Duke's gonna sneak in there, and I would probably have to give it to Tennessee. I don't know, but the SEC is running basketball for sure. I mean, the talent is just unmatched. So, but
SEC,
obviously, Florida's going to win the whole thing. It's pretty self-explanatory. So,
it's locked in.
yeah,
SEC heavy, but Cooper Flag went down today, which shouldn't be.
I did see that. I did see that.
I hate that. Like as much look, I want to beat Duke, but I want to beat them mano a mano.
I want to beat
So
them fair and square. I
Well,
want them to have their best players.
yeah,
Hopefully, he'll be all right. I
the
think he'll
good
be
part,
fine. But
I read a tweet earlier today though that like the X-rays were negative, so I don't know
oh,
how like
good,
severe the injury is,
yeah, they
but
did. I
it's
saw
not
that.
like a
cool.
major injury or anything like that. Yeah.
Basketball's good when the best players are playing, and even if they have a chance of beating us,
Yeah.
I want to see those guys play. He's electric to watch. I'm sure you could attest to that.
Oh, 100%, man. I think he should be the number one pick in the draft.
No doubt,
He's
no
good.
doubt. We haven't.
Yeah.
We were again. This is a little off topic, but clearly you're dialed into this. It's been a long time since I feel like we've had a true superstar be drafted at that one pick that's really kind of carried the weight. Cooper Flag seems like he could be that guy. We'll see. I mean, things change on that next level. You talked about being on campus with O'Hara and the quarterbacks. Obviously, spring practice has been the ultimate buzz for the last. I mean, we're chomping at the bits here. Will, okay, we're grasping at straws for anything to just get us the blood pumping here as fans. Talk to us about what you're seeing. If you've been to practice, I assume, yes?
Yes, I'm going up next week when I get back from. We have spring break coming up, so next Thursday I'll be up there for practice. I
Okay.
wanted to go up when there wasn't a practice, so I could spend more time with the coaches and DJ and Tramel, like a one-on-one.
Sure.
I've seen many practices, and I have been to one, but we're trying to get the days where I can, get up there, have one-on-one, grow right a lot mentally, because I feel like that holds a lot of important value.
So on those 101s, are you in that more of like the quarterback room, kind of fly on the wall?
No. Like me
Okay.
and Coach O'Hara, who's been great to me, a mentor, coach. I mean, everything. Like he's just a tremendous person overall.
Yeah.
He's been helping me like coverages, schemes, concepts. I mean, you name it, techniques, right? I mean, helping me out with my high school, right? My place, my compass, what I like, what I don't like, everything. I mean, and throw a little bit of Gator terminology in there, like this is what we identify this as, and when you get here, you'll start doing this and doing that. So, I'm super committed to Florida. So I want to get up there. I want to start learning. I want to be able to compete. I don't know. I love being up there. I love being around those guys, and it's a great opportunity for me to have. It's close to home, 2.5 hours. So why
Awesome.
not take advantage of it, right?
That I love that. Dave, real quick before I let you go, because I know I see
Yeah.
Dave, he's fired up, but something else because C. Spurrier Jr. just got hired as well to
Yep.
be part of
I
that.
was just gonna say that.
Okay, so
Yeah.
how has that was my question? How has he had an impact? Ryan O'Hara, we've heard a lot of great things, and when Spurrier Jr. got hired, obviously the name carries a ton of weight, but he has a great resume behind him in just the offensive caliber, bringing a nice high octane. What has he provided to you in just a short amount of time?
Yes. So I met him for the first time yesterday,
Okay,
actually in person, officially. Great guy. Obviously, we all know the last name. We know the legacy he carries, right? Um, we talked a lot about coverages and schemes. He was kind of in and out. He was very busy. He was planning for all the other quarterbacks for their practice for the next day. Um, I'm looking forward to building a great relationship with him. Yeah, I'm excited.
awesome. Love hearing that because again, that's the first kind of tidbit we've heard of Spurrier Jr. So it's a fairly. I mean, we kind of had buzz that he's been there for quite some time, but it hit the press
Yeah.
here recently. Dave, what you got for us, big guy?
Yeah, I mean, you talk really highly about O'Hara. Obviously, you've communicated with Billy Napier a lot through this whole process. What is it about them that makes you believe in their vision and in the vision into the program?
Yeah, I mean, I'm like, you guys know I've been committed since June, so coming up on a year. We ended off the season great. I was up there for the last 3 or 4 games in a row. Coach Napier is he is he's so steady, right? When things are going great,
Yep.
when things are going really bad, he stays true to everything. The team is just behind him, and you can see it. I mean, I'm sure you guys have been out there. The practices, I've seen the inside. I've seen on the field, I've seen off the field, I've seen meetings, I've seen everything, and he's just, if there's a guy you want to put your trust in to lead a team, it's going to be him and his staff. And it's kind of hard to explain. You just got to know him personally. You have to know him like that. He's just that guy, and I want him to be my head coach. I want his staff to be, my coaches. I'm bought into him, and so is DJ. Right? If the quarterback's behind him, then the whole team's behind him. Right? So yeah, I support him fully, and every decision he makes is a great decision.
I
Yeah. No, I was just gonna say it's funny because I've never met Billy Napier in person. I've had a conversation with him. I've seen him on TV. Obviously, we hear the pressers, we hear everything. And the thing that I admire most about him, and I already said, I think his evaluation process is really, really good. He knows how to evaluate players. That's why you're committed to us. But also at the
Yeah.
same time, like he stays laser focused and he ignores all the noise. I mean, even when I think last year when there was a whole bunch of hot seat talk, and he said, "Well, he goes, I deserve the criticism. This isn't what it's supposed to
Yeah.
be." But he turned it around, and I thought that was very admirable of him to be able to do that and turn that around and get his players back on track and everything. And I thought that was really, really cool because I even said, I was like, "Man, you know." Like as a fan, I was just like, man, he's got to at least win 8. And I was like, I don't think he's ever going to win 8. And then all of a sudden, he did it. I was like, so I can't say
He
anything
did.
now.
He did.
So, yeah,
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
he is very unfazed. That's one of the things I do admire about Billy Napier.
Yes.
his you kind of nailed it on the head, right? His just his composure, and again, the noise was no secret. It was very loud that everybody heard it last year, and that is something that I've always attested to. We've been critical here on this show, as I think as fans we have the right to do so. But there's a moment last year at the senior game where he got emotional about talking about his players, and for me, I've always kind of attested to what you just said, that DJ Lagway backs him, and when the quarterback backs him, everyone else is going to back him. And we had a before the show great conversations with you and your dad. And I know as a father myself, just the investment that you put into your kids, and that's kind of what I always allude to is that these are humans. These kids are trying to do the best for themselves, and they're putting their career and their choice into this man, Billy Napier. And these guys are talented players. They're not just blindly picking this. And you hearing that, just I love hearing it because it's like that's what I always allude to is we come as fans we get kind of distracted, but like these kids continue to dial in and keep committing because what they're saying and what they're seeing, they believe. I love that. Now, I kind of want to talk about faith if you're cool with that a little bit because I know DJ is very vocal about it. I know Billy is very vocal about it. I know you've been vocal about it as well. For me, my relationship with faith has grown over the last few years, and I think DJ has opened my eyes. I've talked about it some as well. The steadiness, and I see it in your eyes too. I saw it in Trammell. I see it in DJ. Your steadiness comes from a deeper place, and I've kind of learned as my time it comes from that faith. Can you talk about that a little bit? Is that it's how you're able to stay
Yeah.
cool?
Yeah. Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, right? That's been like that since day one. We all have our ups and downs. We all have our great days. We all have our bad days. You just got to learn to that, even at the highest moments in life, you have to give all the praise and glory to Him. And then it's going to go back down and you're going to hit rock bottom. And you just got to learn to give Him all the glory and the praise, even at the bottom, right? And once you're at peace with that, and you can say, Lord, I know that this is not going to last forever. It's temporary. You're going to be okay because you're going to go right back up and then you're going to come right back down, trials, tribulations, right? You just got to understand that He has a plan for you and everything happens for a reason. In my mirror, every day when I wake up, there's a quote that says, everything happens for a reason, right? Somebody's best day is your worst day and your worst day is somebody's best day. So it's ups and downs in life, right? You just got to look at it as another opportunity, another chance. Everything's going to be okay. So, yeah, I mean, faith is a huge part. I pray every day, me and my dad and my brother and my mom, we all do. So it's very important.
I love it. It creates a base, man. When you have a base that you can always fall back to, the fall, like you said, going down isn't quite too far, right? Because you know this is where I'm at, and so when you know, like, hey, it may not be as bright as you would like it to be, you understand where the base is. I love that, man. I'm glad I didn't know that would come up, but it's one of those things. I'm sure you're kind of familiar, like, kind of you feel it heavy on your chest, and it felt like that was a good opportunity to talk about it. So I'm glad we were able to express that a little bit. Dave, I'll let you go, and I'm going to talk recruiting here in just a minute. Go ahead, Dave.
Yeah, it's great that you mentioned that too, because everybody goes through hard times. Even people can get depressed, like for no reason. Like I've been depressed for no
Mhm.
reason, have everything going on in my life, and then at the end of the day, it's like, look, God let you wake up today, and you're alive. You should just be grateful for that. So I do get that. But as far as that goes, obviously you talk about being a Gator. Your father sent us a bunch of videos and pictures. By the way, I loved every one of them. But you've had a ton of offers from different programs. Obviously, you're a highly rated recruit. I think you're slated to go to the Under Armour All American Game, Polynesian Bowl, some of those
Yeah.
bowls, and some of the best play in those games. Um, was there ever a moment in your recruitment that you did consider going somewhere else besides Florida, or was it just always Florida for you?
Yeah. No, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but my dad and I probably took 40, 45 unofficial visits. We were open
Wow.
to every possible option out there, right? North, south, east, west, right? Literally coast to coast. And we went everywhere, every big time school, you name it, we went, sat down with the coaches, the position coaches, talked ball schemes, how their offenses ran, you know, and it just came down to like, hey, like who wanted me the most, right? And Coach Napier, Coach O'Hara, Florida Gators. I grew up there, and when I was in the recruiting process, I tried to put aside all those things, right? My family went there. I grew up a Gator fan, but you need to open your eyes because it's the world's a big place, right? And
Right.
there's many opportunities out there, and I did. I put all that aside, and God just led me right back home, and that's just what it was. And I'm committed. I'm a Gator, and that's it. I'm blessed to be in the position, and I'm looking forward to being there. And also, you know, Jesuit. I don't think we haven't talked about it, but is a great foundation, right? Again, talking about faith. It's a Catholic school. It's all guys school. ANDG for the greater glory of God, right? Be a man for others. So I just wanted to, a little shout out to them. They've, played a big role in my life too. I didn't know. I like you ask yourself a lot of questions of like why this, why that, why Jesuit, why not somewhere else, why Florida, why didn't I go anywhere else? But it's just everything happens for a reason. I don't have the answers. You don't have the answers. Dad, nobody has the answers, right? So just
Right.
say everything happens for a reason and everything's gonna work out.
We all want to
Yeah,
be
and I
in
think that's
control
I
at
think that's what's
times.
so cool about life is like nobody has the answers. You just try to figure it out as you go. You're just
Yeah.
there for the
Yes,
journey,
sir.
and I think keeping a good mindset, a confident and ambitious mindset. You got to wake up for something every day. You got to set goals. You got to do things like that. I think that is what really sets the people that are successful away from the people that aren't as successful, is because they don't set these goals. They're not as ambitious, and obviously you seem to knock it out of the park with being ambitious and setting goals and stuff like that. So we're never going to have a problem with you at University of Florida. Um, but I was going to ask you what kept you so locked in, but you pretty much answered the question because you visited just about every school you could
Yeah.
on the
40
map,
Yeah.
unofficial visits,
and
man. That's
and and you came back. You came back to Florida, so I think we've got that question nailed down.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
can
Family
you
was definitely a big reason too.
can you
I have my
attest?
brother.
Yeah,
Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. Sorry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. Wait,
yeah.
sorry.
Go
Oh, no,
ahead.
I was just saying, like, family's a big thing, right? They can, come to my games easily. The commute's not that hard. I can come back, maybe Friday nights. I don't know. Come see my brother play, watch him play. He's following right behind me. He's my best friend, my family. It's just really convenient and close too. So that was just an addition, but that definitely played a role in
There
the end.
attest. Can you, if you can or not? But like you said, you took 45 unofficial visits. We see kids obviously taking visits, and as fans, we think like, oh, it must be so awesome. And I'm sure the first 3, 5, 7, 10, 12 visits, they're cool. But then it gets a little bit
Yeah.
of it gets daunting. It's
It,
a lot of work.
yes, you are completely right. It does get, once you get to like those double digits, it's a little, it gets overwhelming. It gets stressful. But I
It's a lot of
wanted to make sure
letters.
I gave every school, yeah, I want to make sure I give every school a fair shot, right? And I feel like I did that. I went to all the places I had offers from, didn't have offers from. I eventually got them, but just let me back here. So I'm happy to be in the position I'm in.
So are we, Will. So are we.
Yes, sir.
We'll
So are
get to
we. We are very grateful.
we'll get to little bro in just a minute. The next up and coming here. What year is he?
2030.
Let's go. Perfect little transition. I'm all for it.
There
We
you
got
go.
Exactly.
we got
Exactly.
spring break coming up. I know we talked a little before the show. You're kind of working on kind of a brand thing. What you got anything kind of cool for spring break before you get to Florida going on?
Spring break, just a family trip, really. Nothing much. But
Okay.
we're going to California, see some family, do some training, things like that.
Cool. And then working on, I know you kind of we talked a little bit before about just kind of building your own thing, working on building kind of that Will Griffin brand, which is that's the new era, right? How do you build who I am as a person? How has that been for you? Is that something, again, I think as kids, we kind of try to be the athlete first, and there's just this new era happening with you've got to also be able to be marketable, I guess, right? Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, we're trying to figure it out. It's a process. It's new. It's new to all of us.
Sure.
The branding, trying to figure out my logo. What do I want when people think about me as the
Sure.
person, not just the athlete, right? So faith, things I'm into. I'm big on like the boat. I'm big on being with my friends, doing a lot of different things. We're just trying to figure it out. Um, yeah, it's an interesting world we live in now. There's a lot of opportunities and out there, and I'm blessed that I can live it and be a part of it. So yeah, just taking it step by step, baby steps.
Boat guy. We freshwater, saltwater, wakeboard. What are we doing?
Yeah, saltwater. We live on the water actually right out here. We have two boats. I take them out as much as I can. Me and my friends go to the island, have fun, meet people out there. We wakeboard sometimes.
We
Um,
catching? We just
to
fishing.
Not anymore. Kinda. I kind of grew impatient with it, and so did my friends. But it's just like maybe every once in a while, like off the dock. But I don't know. Deep sea fishing is a whole other story. I
Primo.
don't know how much you guys know about that, but that's like you go out, you wake up bright and early before the sun comes up, get $100 worth of gas, hundreds and hundreds, and go get bait, and you go out there. It's a whole day. But I haven't done that in a while.
To me, like I mean, like just talking real quick, that is the ultimate trip. You get a couple like again, not everyone has the boat to be able to go do that. But for me, I'm like, hey, once a year we gotta get the guys together and go do an offshore trip. Like we just go send
Of
it,
course.
go do it,
Yeah.
just dropping, beautiful sun out, and you're blowing your arms out, just reeling them in, whether it's amberjack, group, or what have you. To me, it's
I
it's
love it.
it's
I
yeah,
love it.
it's the best. I'm a big bass guy. I've been teaching little man how to catch some bass. I like the adrenaline of throwing the little fake bait out there, and then the little five. I mean, they're all 10 pounders, right? The little 5 pounder top and hitting the top
Awesome.
water. Yeah. But no, I
That's
love it,
awesome.
man. The water is a fantastic place. Any scuba diving, any lobstering? Sounds like, I mean, you're kind of in the
Yes, yes. So during the summer, we go to the Bahamas. We tried to go last year. Lobstering, scuba, spearfishing. I'm big into that too.
oh sick.
Water's kind of cold right now. It's starting to warm up, so there'll be some more of that.
I got to cross spearfishing off. That's the one thing that I mean, I've
It's pretty
seen it.
cool.
It looks like it looks easy, but I know it's not. I know it like it just it like they make it seem so simple. But I'm like, there's no way I'm just shooting this fish swimming like that. Like there's no shot.
Nah,
I can't.
yeah,
I can't even
you
catch
got one
anything.
shot.
So.
You got
Yeah,
one shot, man. You missed. You got to reload. It takes like 10 minutes. It's
yeah,
crazy.
that's what I figured. It's the highlight reels. I'm getting
Yeah, yeah. You're seeing
yeah.
yeah.
I'm trying to think of what's the high school clips for you guys. What is it called? What do you guys get your clips for your like
Uh,
your reels? What are they? I'm
Talking
yeah.
about
drawing a
huddle.
blank.
TikTok reels, huddle. Oh,
Huddles,
huddle.
huddle. Yeah, it's the huddle
Yeah, yeah.
clips for the spearfishing. Lobster man is an absolute beast too. Those little guys, they can get after it. It's a good time.
Man, yeah, super fast.
They're super fast, man.
Super fast.
It's fun. I love it, man. Cool, man. I love doing those kind of getting to know who you are. What kind of makes you tick. I think that's what's important too. Is that we always see Will the athlete, but there's so much more to you
Right.
obviously than just that. Again, I think you got to be able to decompose and be able to do those things. So that's cool to hear, man. What are you what's most exciting for you? What are you kind of looking forward to next year coming in? Obviously, we talked about this quarterback room. I think Florida is in a fantastic spot. You come in next year. Here's the lineup: DJ Lagway, Tramel Jones, Will Griffin. Where's your head at heading into that room next year?
I just want to compete, right? I want to get better each and every day. I feel like once I'm there, we will all make each other better. Competition only makes you better. Um, like I said, like I'm very very fortunate and blessed to be in the spot I am, and all the opportunities that God blesses me with, and I'm just taking it day by day, and I'm just looking forward to it. Right? I'm just looking forward to it.
Day by day.
Yeah,
I
no.
love it. Slaughter?
Now, Will, you've always been to games, and of course, we talked about like the body paint that you guys would paint up before the games and such like that. You're on the sideline,
Yeah.
but as of next year, you're going to actually be a competitor out there. You're going to be, running out of the tunnel and all that other kind of stuff. What are you most excited for when you get to Gainesville? What are you excited to experience? Is it running out of the tunnel? Is it something else? What is it?
I would say running out of the tunnel for sure. And I remember watching them warm up before they go out there and start the series. And definitely the fourth quarter song. That's my favorite. Won't Back Down. I'm
Uh,
really excited to experience that as a player. I'm excited to compete, right? That's really it. I can't wait to get there.
yeah, it's like when you're in the crowd, it looks cool. Like you want to record it, you put it on your phone, but like when you're actually there on the field and you're like dead in the middle of that, like that's got to be an
Yeah,
experience. That's something I haven't experienced yet. So,
Not many of us have or ever will, Dave.
right, I know. Steve, get us out there on the field, man.
Yeah, yeah. I love it. Well, I want to show this picture here, man, because this is kind of talking what Dave was just talking. This is you and little bro, and
yeah,
there's obviously an iconic
yeah.
article and video. Dave said he mentioned he's seen you kind of paint up. We were talking before the show, you and Pops, just your commitment to the orange and blue for quite some time now. Talk about again your relationship with Florida, painting up. You also promised that you would paint up with us at the spring game. Maybe you didn't, maybe you did. I may have misheard you. But talk about this photo and just your passion for Florida, man.
Yeah, my passion for Florida is huge, and it's my little brother. He's my best friend. Shout out to him. Actually, we were in Miami last weekend, and on his birthday, he got invited to the All American game for the seventh and eighth graders next year.
Wow.
So
Nice.
he's shooting up. Hopefully he'll be better than me one day. But yeah, I love that kid, man. He's awesome. We're both diehard Gator fans. Hopefully he'll follow my footsteps and bleed orange and blue.
Pass off the baton, man. And you also played in the Under Armour American game. Is he right there?
Yeah, he's up there. He's up there.
He's
He's up there. Do you want him to say hi?
let's go.
Come on.
Come on. That's our future
Come on.
QB.
He's
Yeah,
playing NCAA right now with
the
I think I don't
future
know.
5-star
Who's
quarterback.
he's using
Yeah,
Florida, and he created Will.
yeah. And the
Turning
ultimate team.
ultimate team.
I think. Oh, I don't know where he's at. He'll come down in a
All right,
second.
we'll get him.
It's all right.
We'll get him in a minute. I lost my train of thought of where I was going there with little man.
Sorry.
No. I love you kind of hearing you talk about it and just kind of your passion for him and just your excitement for him to be successful. And oh, you played in the Under Armour game. That's where I was going with it. You played in it this past year as a junior, which, from my understanding, was the first year that they're starting to transition. Recruiting is moving. You as you are aware
Okay.
as a moving thing. More juniors were invited this year. You had more of an impact than what a junior would in previous years. Talk about just that experience for you, what you learned. I know you played alongside Keelan Russell, who was the number one quarterback for this year. So you saw a lot of talent that
Mhm.
you'll be going up against in years to come. Just talk about that entire experience. I think
Yes,
it's a cool
sir.
thing.
Yeah, you're right about that. The junior, that was the first year they actually did that. So there was
Okay.
a handful of us. Um, Great experience. I mean, I'm just super thankful to Under Armour for putting that on and inviting me. Um, I mean, the game, I learned that it moves very, very fast, right? Way faster than high school, and college is going to be next level for sure. These were the young kids going to play college, right? You just wait till you get to college and there's veterans there that have been playing for 2, 3, 4 years, right? Great experience playing with the top guys in the nation. Great coaches. They brought coaches from all over the country to coach. There for three or 4 days, learning plays. I think we had like 45, 50 plays. So we're all like trying to get reps and trying to figure it out. Keelan was great. He was a great mentor, great kid. He's super talented too, obviously. Got along well with him. Did some recruitment while I was there.
Love it.
Yeah, I love the opportunity too. And my teammate actually, literally like 20 minutes ago before I hopped on the call, got invited. Caden, he's our linebacker at our school too. So shout out to him. Hopefully we can get him over here at Florida too. He's a monster.
I was
Linebacker,
kind of
you,
going to ask you.
as we're
I was going to
saying.
ask you about that.
Yeah. We're trying. This is Jack. This is Jack.
Oh, here we
Jack Griffin. There he is. I think
There he
you're
is.
bigger than Will, Jack. Are you sure you're not graduating this year?
go.
He had to throw the Gators. Hey, well, hold on. What's up? I had a question.
Oh, sorry.
Come on, Jack. You're still dialed in, man. NCAA, what's going on with Ultimate Team? How we looking?
I'm all right. Like, I got like a 94 overall, but I'm not that good. I'm all right.
All right, who's better between you two?
Oh, for sure, me. He's trash.
What?
He's not good.
You're going to start a fight now.
I love it.
We're
I love it.
actually we'll play tonight. We'll play tonight and we'll figure it out.
I need a text. I need a screenshot of how this goes down.
Yeah, I
Two
need the
rapid
results.
questions. I need a I'm not gonna ask Will. He's too close. Jack,
Love it.
record
love it, love
prediction
it.
for Florida this coming season. What do you got?
Definitely gonna make the playoffs for
Playoff
sure.
bust.
Probably. I don't know. How many
Natty.
games are there? 12?
12 without the playoffs. Yeah. So just regular
All
season.
right. I'll say 11-1, 10-2, or maybe 12, or 11-1 or 12-0.
Okay. And what do you got for the basketball
like-
team? Prediction for basketball, Florida basketball.
Really good.
Dude, they're good. They're like 4, I think. They're really good this year. They'll probably go deep March Madness. They might win it all. That would be cool.
I love it.
Maybe.
Oh, yeah.
I hope they do.
You and us both, Jack. Okay, we're all you and us both. Good stuff, man. Appreciate you, man.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, man.
Thanks, Jack. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, there's gonna be a little bit of fight after. I'm loving this. I need to see an NCAA recap stat for that one.
No, yeah. Hey, he didn't talk about the 56-0. He didn't talk about that.
Ooh,
He didn't talk about that.
Ooh-wee.
that's a streak around the house loss. You know what I mean? Like he knows what's up. That's
That was
tough.
like-
It's goose egg
That's what I
tough.
say. That's like Florida versus Florida
He
State
said-
with Florida winning again.
Yeah, he said he gave up at like 14 or 21, but
But you gotta,
look at
Jack.
him,
I
he's
need
still going.
points. I need
Oh,
points,
man.
Jack. 0.
No, he's definitely getting better though. He's getting better for sure. He's getting better.
I love it. Like the game's tough, man. We actually I played against DJ. I got torched. I
Hey.
got.
I'm not gonna lie. DJ and I decided to keep it, like don't tell anybody about it. But last year I went up there on a tour. What do you call it? Like a shadow day, and I played him,
Mhm.
and I had not picked up the controller in like months, and bro smoked me like really bad. Like I don't want to know the score. Like you can ask him next time you talk to him. Like it was bad. It was really bad. It was
So,
like really, really bad.
When you say we
But I've
promised
gotten
not to
way
talk
better.
about
I've
it,
gotten
he
way better.
promised not to embarrass you. Is what the confirmation was.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And he still threw me on the gram after that. I was like, bro, oh my god.
We're clipping.
But anyway, like the thing, the thing is like if I see a coverage and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna bang this in the middle right here. It's just not the same reaction time. Like by the time I hold the button, like he's dropping in the zone, and I don't know. I don't really like it. Like the timing's not right. But anyway, it's just a fun game.
He's smooth with it. I tell you that. It's
Oh,
just-
DJ, yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
He's on another level. It's not fair. It's not fair to the rest of us. Well, I tell them
not
where they
fair
can
to
give
me.
you. Yeah, tell them where they give you a follow on X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it, Instagram. so we can make sure that we're supporting you through the senior season as we head into the next year, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Instagram, Twitter is the same. Just Will Griffin _11.
Perfect. Yeah, it's down below if you got. So it's all the same across all platforms and easy squeezy.
Yes.
Love it, Dave. You got anything else for Will before we let him rock?
No, man, I just want to say I'm grateful that you're committed to us. Obviously, it looks like that commitment's going to stick. Doesn't look like it's going anywhere anytime soon. So I'm very happy, puts a smile on my face. And of course, looking forward to your senior season and paying attention to that. And obviously the Under Armour All-American Bowl that you're in, Polynesian Bowl. If you decide to go to those, I know some people elect out because they got things going on and stuff like that. But if you're in that, looking forward to it. I'm just looking forward to come to Gainesville, man. I mean, Billy Napier, obviously, he does his evaluations on everybody. And I think is like I said before, he evaluates attitude, game, everything. And you got the part, man. You got the part. So I'm really happy to have you here in Gainesville with us.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
5-star quarterback. Mark it on the list. I know. Listen, with you being committed, I wouldn't assume that matters much. I'm sure it has a little bit of carry to it, but I think you understand kind of how this thing works, and you're in a great place, man. Thank you to you, your pops, your brother, your mom for allowing this to happen. This has been awesome. I know the fans always get to appreciate getting to know their players a little bit more. I think what is cool about just this new era of just social media, our ability to connect with you guys is much cooler. You're not just a number on the football field anymore, which I love. It's hard for me because I like to be a fan and talk smack as most fans do, but I'm like, I talk to Will for 30, 35, 40 minutes. Like he's like, that's my guy. I can't. It's not just a number I'm talking smack on. So you guys make it harder for me to do that, but I appreciate it. It's cool getting to know you guys. Anything that you want to say that we talk a lot, we ramble, that you want to talk about, maybe we didn't ask, that you would like to share? If not, no big deal. But
I would say end with okay, I think DJ said it. And he said, you're either going to win with us or watch us win, right? So all those recruits out there, I think that's exactly what he said. That's the quote of the day. That's what I'm at with. So, yeah, I said
love
that.
It. Just always be closing. You know what I mean? That's how you wrap it up there. Will, you're incredible, man. Yeah. We're excited to watch your senior. Yeah, man. Thank you. Again, go give Will a follow. Shout out to Dave Swolder. You guys be good. Enjoy your Friday. This show is dropping on Friday. We'll be live tonight, live streaming Florida basketball in the SEC tournament. And again, what you guys can look forward to, it's tentative. We'll see if the Griffin family joins the Hightop Sports bracket. Number one, tentative. Yes or no, will or may not be painted up for the spring game. That we don't know. We don't know. Maybe Pops brings out Pops brings out some things. We'll see.
Maybe.
Can we maybe say like, hey, we'll get a stop. We'll get a swing by. You'll come say hey at least.
Oh, 100%.
All right. Painted or not, maybe that's still again. He's gonna sleep
overall.
He's gonna sleep on it.
Yeah.
Can Jack paint up for us? Jack.
Yeah.
Put it on Jack.
Yeah.
All right. This is what we'll do. When's the spring game? What's the date? What's the date of the spring game?
The 12th, I think. April 12th.
April the 12th.
April is the national championship going to be over in basketball by then?
Good question. I think so. I think the championship game is like the 5th.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest basketball.
If Florida wins, we'll all do it.
Say that.
There you go.
We'll do it.
We need to shake
We'll do it. They gotta win. The whole thing. They gotta win. The whole thing.
All right, that's fair. Now
that's
he's like low key cheering, but he's like, I don't know if I don't know if I want him to win now. This is gonna be incredible. I've never wanted Florida to win so much in my life.
Oh my god! You guys gotta do it with us.
Yep. All right. Walter Clayton, Elijah Martin, Walter Clayton. If you're watching, you gotta win.
He's tough. He's wearing number 1 for a reason, so he's tough.
Well, I would have done it on a Tuesday. Okay, I didn't even need those requirements to paint up. Okay, so listen, I'm good. Okay, this is easy. This is a cakewalk for me. You guys, you ain't got a clue. I do this for my show. Will. This is a bush league. All right, mate. This is awesome. Appreciate you, man. be good. We'll see you. Hopefully we can have you on maybe sometime later on before you're off into the big lands, man. But thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you.
Of course. Thank
Yeah,
you guys. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
thanks a lot, man.